I didn't know if you were getting completely undressed or not.
Yeah,
I was just like sitting there like, oh, no, just, and then I was like this, just don't move.
Well, and you don't want to, I mean, those scenes, it was a very tame, kind of undressing scene, but they are all treated with the utmost respect, and you have an intimacy coach on set, and as you should, any kind of exposure of skin where you can feel a bit vulnerable as an actor, it's really great to have all those protocols in place. But yes, I never thought about that you didn't know if it was like extreme, or if we did it, because you could do a take where it's like, all right, just take your bra off in this one and we'll just see how he reacts. Like, you don't know. Those things can happen.
Yeah, also, because it was you and Alice having a scene and I'm asleep. So I felt like any kind of question, and it hadn't occurred to me either. I wasn't like, until I was in the bed, that I wouldn't be allowed, not allowed, I would have of course been allowed, but it would have felt like weird for me to be like, ask anybody, hey, is Lil getting, like, how undressed is she getting?
How much could I see if I turn around right now? Should I sleep with one eye open?
No, but it was, and also it's kind of not my, do I need to know? Somebody just told me to lie in bed, so I was like, but then at a certain point I was like, oh, just don't move.
Well, the tricky thing comes when you shoot a scene like that, it's a closed set, so there's only the like absolutely essential people that need to be there for privacy reasons, and then you kind of have this pause before anyone can come into the set where I cover myself, put clothes back on. So it's almost like there's this, you yell cut, and then there's everybody's still, and I'm like trying to get my jeans like inside out again and put them on, and like anyone that's tried to put skinny jeans on quickly, I mean, it's an absolute nightmare. So there's that thing of like, did they say that it's okay and I can move? So it was a tense scene to be not knowing what's going on.
But how did you feel doing that? Did you feel like everything was covered in a way that was appropriate and you felt safe? And
oh, totally, yeah. And I think those scenes are always, I find them more challenging than I think I'm gonna find them. And there wasn't, it's just a weird thing to do. But I do think having people like intimacy coaches on set now, where they just sort of are. They help to just coordinate it and help to make sure everybody feels comfortable. And I think that protects everybody because, as a director doing it, you just want everybody to feel comfortable. And sometimes when you're in the moment, you say, yes, I feel comfortable. And then you go home and you're like, oh my God, I wasn't comfortable. And that's really difficult for everybody. So having this intimacy coach, they call you before, like a few days, like as soon as the script comes out, they talk about it. You can give direct, or at least I was offered, the scene was as written, and I felt like it was extremely appropriate to the story and made sense and everything. But as an actor now, you can kind of say, I don't like that stage direction, I don't feel comfortable doing that, and they kind of give that message to the producers and the director and the writers, and then they'll come back with something different. So it just creates this and it allows you to have that conversation without you feeling like you're talking to your bosses that, are they going to fire me because I don't know. It was, and every intimacy coach I've worked with are really easy to talk to, and they kind of get it out of you without you really realizing if you were uncomfortable or not. So I think they're a really great addition to a set, and I think it just helps to protect everybody. And and obviously Chris shot it so beautifully, and we spoke a lot about how it was how I felt and how he felt about like how important it was to the story or not. And I mean, I never felt any pressure, but I don't know, I suppose it could have been different with a different director, and also it was still very tame. Like, I'm basically getting in a bikini.
Sure, yeah.
But
you're right. I think we've in the last decade we've come so far with that stuff in terms of I remember doing, very intimate scenes on screen pre-intimacy coordinators, and then you're just kind of like, that's mad, that wouldn't happen. That, just freestyling that stuff.
Yeah.